Pisces is the dreamer of the Zodiac, the soul who feels life with every part of their being. Where others see only surfaces, you see the currents moving beneath. Where others hear words, you hear the emotions behind them. Where others touch skin, you feel the heart beating underneath. You are not simply living, you are absorbing. You are the ocean disguised as a human, carrying the tides of the world within your chest. And yet, Pisces, this gift of boundless empathy, often feels like a burden. People call you sensitive, as if it is an insult. They say you are fragile, unrealistic, always lost in your own world. They don't understand that your sensitivity is not weakness, it is perception. You notice what others miss. You feel the pain of a stranger across the room, the sorrow in a loved one's silence, the longing someone hides behind a laugh. You sense what is unspoken, and you carry it often in silence. This is your superpower, but it is also your deepest wound, because carrying too much weight, especially when it isn't yours, can quietly break you. One of your greatest struggles is boundaries. Pisces, your heart is an open ocean, and oceans don't have walls. You give and give until you are drained often without realizing it. You offer love without conditions, support without limits, forgiveness without hesitation. And while this makes you luminous, it also leaves you vulnerable. People who cannot hold your depth take advantage. They come to your shores, fill their cups, and leave you empty. You rarely tell anyone when it hurts. You smile, you nod, you keep giving. But deep down, you ache for someone who will pour back into you with the same devotion. Another wound is your tendency to escape. When life grows heavy, when betrayal cuts too deep, when the world feels cruel, you slip into other realms. Sometimes it's through music books or dreams. Sometimes it's through sleep or substances. Sometimes it's through losing yourself in another person's emotions until you can't find your own. Escape feels safe, but it is only temporary, because when you come back, the pain is still there, waiting, and the more you run, the harder it becomes to face. You also struggle with doubt. For all your wisdom, for all your intuition, you often forget your own worth. You let others define you, shape you, tell you who you are. You bend yourself to fit the needs of those you love, because harmony feels safer than conflict. But in doing so, you sometimes disappear. You become a mirror for others instead of a reflection of your own soul. Deep down, you long to be seen for who you truly are, not just as a healer, not just as a giver, but as a soul with dreams, desires, and a voice of your own. And then there is the pain of betrayal. For someone who loves with their whole heart, betrayal feels like drowning. You do not love halfway. When you trust, you open everything. And when that trust is broken, it cuts deeper than words can express. You do not explode outward like Aries or cut ties like Scorpio. Instead, you implode. You blame yourself. You wonder if you weren't enough. You convince yourself you should have seen the signs. But Pisces betrayal is never your fault. It is not proof of your inadequacy. It is proof of someone else's inability to honor the gift of your love. So why do you face these trials? Why are you given such a tender heart in a world that often feels unkind? Because Pisces, you are ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, and transcendence. You were born to dissolve walls, to remind the world of compassion, to show humanity what love looks like when it has no limits. But before you can heal others, you must learn the art of protecting yourself. You must understand that you can pour love into the world without drowning in it. Your healing begins with boundaries. Imagine your heart as a sacred well filled with crystal clear water. Around it stands a golden gate. Not everyone gets a key. Not everyone deserves to drink from it. You decide who enters. Boundaries are not walls that block love. They are doors that decide who gets to share in it. Practice saying no without guilt. Practice giving only when you are full, not when you are already running on empty. Next, ground yourself. Pisces, your soul longs to float, to dream, to dissolve, but your body needs anchoring. Each morning before you drift into the tides of the day, place your feet firmly on the ground. Close your eyes, breathe, and whisper, I belong here. This is my body. This is my moment. Touch the earth when you can bare feet, on grass, sands, and soil skin warmed by sunlight. Let the world remind you that you are not just spirit, you are also flesh, and your presence here matters. Then reclaim your power through creation. Your emotions are not weaknesses, they are raw materials for art. Write your pain into poetry. Paint your dreams into color. Sing your sorrow into song. Dance your fears into movement. What you create is not just for you, it is for others who do not yet have the words, the brushstrokes, the courage to express their own wounds. Your art is alchemy. It transforms pain into beauty, chaos into meaning, silence into healing. Trust your intuition, but learn discernment. Your gut is powerful, Pisces, but your compassion sometimes blinds you. You give second chances when the red flags wave clearly. You excuse patterns that hurt you because you want to believe in the best. Trust your instincts, but honor what people show you, not just what you wish they would be. Believe actions, not words. Protect your sacred energy. And most of all, Pisces, remember that you are enough. You are not only worthy when you're giving, you are not only lovable when you're selfless, you are not only valuable when you disappear into someone else's needs. You are enough simply by being. Your sensitivity is not fragility, it is power. Your empathy is not weakness, it is medicine. Your dreams are not illusions, they are visions of what could be. One day, you will look back and realize that all the times you felt broken were shaping you into a healer. All the moments you felt too much were teaching you the depth of love. All the escapes were reminders of how much you longed for presence. And when you finally embrace your full self, the dreamer, the lover, the healer, the warrior, you will see that you were never fragile at all. You were water, and water is unstoppable. It flows, it adapts, it wears down stone, it nourishes life, it becomes mist, rain, river, ocean. You are everything, Pisces. So, Pisces, when the world feels heavy, pause. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe. Let the tears come if they need to, and whisper to yourself, I am Pisces. My sensitivity is my strength. My love is infinite. I am enough. Say it in the morning before the day begins. Say it at night when the silence feels too deep. Say it until the tide inside you calms, until you believe it. Because the truth is, Pisces, the world may never understand the vastness of your soul, but it doesn't need to. You were not born to be understood by everyone. You were born to love, to heal, to create, to remind us that softness can be strong and that love, when protected, never runs dry.